The pandemic has changed all of our lives, and it has altered the way how we do things, including sports. This is Full Point, the Cebu Sports Show, and for this episode, we're going to talk about golf in the new normal. Golf is one of the sports that got an early green light to resume despite the pandemic. The National Golf Association of the Philippines worked closely with the Interagency Task Force for the Management of Infectious Diseases, or the IATF, so that a template can be made for golf courses to pattern their policies. Alta Vista Golf and Country Club was able to open for 15 days in June when Cebu City was put under general community quarantine, but was forced to close when the quarantine status was elevated due to the very high number of COVID cases. On August 1, golf resumed in Cebu City when the quarantine status was downgraded and the courses remain open to date. So, what is golf under the new normal? The most obvious of the changes is the very limited interaction with the caddy. Players now put their own bags into the cart, and the caddies do not anymore ride with them, but is assigned a separate cart. Carts are sanitized before they are released to the players, and the golfers are also required to bring their own bottle of disinfectant or rubbing alcohol. During the pre-pandemic time, caddies handled the clubs and handed them to the players. But this time, while caddies can suggest what club to use and inform you of the distance, players must get them by themselves from their bag and return them after hitting a shot. At the start, it was quite difficult to switch from a pampered golfing life to practically being on your own, but golfers have adjusted as the days passed. The game of golf got a thumbs up to start while others have not been allowed because it is played outdoors and the participants are far from each other. To help ensure proper spacing and to avoid congestion at the tee mounts, flights are spaced 15 minutes apart, and only a maximum of 4 players are allowed in a flight. The reservation procedure, which is now followed by clubs, helps ensure that there is order in the schedule of play. Reminders are also posted all over the course and the clubhouse to keep the people aware of the health and safety protocols. Golf, while deemed safe, can be made safer if the players keep the health and safety protocols in mind before, during, and after playing the game. The new normal also encourages players to come up with ways to make it easier and more convenient. There is a saying that invention happens because of necessity. One of the contraptions that came about because of this pandemic golf is this stand, which was given to me by Dan Ledesma, and it is used this way to keep your grip dry and free from grime. After the game, players do not anymore drop their scorecards but instead take a picture of the card and send it to the club via Viber for encoding. Players still need to submit their scorecards on time so that these can be recorded for their handicap. The changes brought about by the pandemic have forced us to wear a mask, keep a safe distance from others, and wash our hands regularly. These changes, however, have never stopped us from trying to find that normalcy that we have longed for, especially during the lockdowns when we were forced to stay home. If we want to continue playing, we have to help by following the health and safety protocols. I would like to thank Phoenix Golf and Pac Sports Philippines for their continued support. That has been Full Point, the Cebu Sports Show.